Brad, obviously a couple of weeks ago when you talked to you had mentioned, getting used to playing with KD and Book as far as trying not to step on each other's toes, but it seems like when you guys have been out there, it's been pretty seamless. How has that process been of balancing, unselfishness with staying aggressive?
It's been great, man. We're still working it, still putting more plays and sets in. I think the thing I just love the most is just they just love the hoop, man, and it just makes it easier for everybody because they're not like big high maintenance guys. Like they don't need a lot. Sometimes they need to scream, sometimes they don't. So I think it just makes it easier for everybody. Just our continuity right now, but still a lot of stuff we got to work
in terms of the last preseason game. Maybe this is a coach question again, but I know you guys always want to be out there. Are you going to see you guys tomorrow night, or up to coach?
It's a coach question, but I assume so. Yeah.
Having the big three like this, if you look at the big picture, this eventually helps you guys going into the playoffs, knowing that you're not busting your hump with just two guys scoring and one guy scoring throughout the year. You can spread it out with the minutes and also the points during the year.
I mean, that speaks volumes. It's just a testament to the team we have. Just the versatility that we have, man, 1 through 15. It's a credit to James and Josh and Matt and just their dedication to building a great team. And obviously, we still got to go put it together, but it gives you good insight and confidence and peace of mind knowing that, you can go into a year healthy and you have a lot of depth that can, help out throughout the year. So when those times do come for, rest or, guys may not be shooting the ball well or we're playing well, like we have a lot of guys who can step up and help and impact. So it's a lot of great minds, a lot of great bodies in here. I hate being a coach because playing time is going to be tough to dish out.
Brad, I wanted to ask you about your playoff debut. It was a while ago, but what do you remember against that series against Chicago? It really felt like a moment of arrival for you as a young player.
I was excited. I think that was one of the biggest things. And I remember John and our coach, who was like our mentor, Sam Cassell, he told us that we won't win unless we play well. And he told us that he made sure we knew that every single day leading up to the series and every day in the series. And so that's one thing I'll never forget is Sam's just intake on us and his mentorship, pushing us to our first series together.
Main reason I want to ask is because the coach you faced in the very next round, of course, was Frank Vogel.
Mm-hmm.
What do you remember about facing that defense, a playoff defense like that at a young point in your career, and what you learned from it?
Very tenacious. We were actually talking about it like a week ago, the Indiana team, and just how versatile they were, but they were a very big team size-wise. Like they had a lot of tall guys. They played physical, and that's what Indiana was known for. They were going to play physical basketball. They played inside out, and we were the same way. But I mean, I remember that series was a physical group match. Sure.
Yeah, I watched a bit of it back, and it seemed like you were getting to your spots in that series, and it was less of a pacing and more of just like the physicality, right? Like you're saying.
100%. You got guys like PG and Lance, and Danny might have been on that team if I'm not mistaken, Granger. Just those guys. Like I'm 6'4", you know what I'm saying? Like this is first and second year in the league. Like I'm going against these big old guys, and it was a tough adjustment, but it was fun, man, just to be a part of that series and the playoffs as a whole. But I remember those distinctly. Those were some tough ice after the game type nights for sure.
Last thing I had on this book was actually the same as you were in his first postseason. He played against a Frank Vogel defense again. Did you watch that Lakers series? Do you remember that one where he went off in Game 6 for 46? You remember any of those games watching him?
In the bubble?
Yeah, year after.
The year after the bubble. No, I don't remember. It wouldn't surprise me.
It was a shot.
It wouldn't surprise
me. It was a shot. Thanks, Brad.
No problem.
You're a guy that likes to put pressure on the rim, active off-ball cutter. This is a team that obviously very different from last year, but was kind of last in rim pressure. How important is that? And are you finding that, like, with the spacing you have around you, there are more lanes for you to do that?
No, for sure. You have to respect K, Book, whoever's out there on the floor with us and their ability to shoot the ball and put the ball on the floor too. And Big Nurk and Drew and who's ever at the 5, like their presence is. Everybody has to be respected, and so it's definitely great knowing that I have those driving lanes and I can attack them and get to the mid range if I want to, or get all the way to the cup if need be.
Some of your highlights. One of your best dunks last year was actually, I don't know if you remember it, but it was on Drew. You talked to him about that.
Yeah, every time we're in practice, Drew try to block every shot I shoot, so I know he'll never let me live it. I'll never let him live it down, but I know for sure he'll probably get me back one day.
That's part of that mentality for those guys, right? They know they're going to get dunked on in some ways, but they don't care.
That's what I love about guys like that. Like they're gonna jump every single time. You know, they don't care if they get dunked on once, twice, 3 times. Like they're gonna keep jumping. So Drew's athleticism is I wish I had it. So trust me, I keep jumping.
Oh, Brad, what kind of responsibilities has Coach Vogel laid out for you as far as he wants to see you rebounding and what he wants to do for guards from a rebound?
I mean, he wants everybody to rebound. I mean, that's just been kind of his narrative, you know, offensively and defensively. We're not shooting the ball. He wants us to attack the basket and try to get some extra opportunities for us. So, I mean, it's not difficult to do. I mean, obviously having to read and feel for it, you don't want to give out leak out points, but if we have opportunities to get ourselves extra possessions, we got to go out and do it.
Thanks, Brad.
Thanks, Brad.